Food for the Bortley Noble One.
18 after 8. Of course it's Friday. It's time to think of what we're going to stick in our guts over the weekend.
How eloquent.
Yeah, keep it going, Shakespeare.
Wowee.
It's Ellicott. Where have you been?
I don't often go for Chinese. I don't know why. I like all the Southeast Asian, you know, the Thai and the Vietnamese and that sort of thing. But I've been for Chinese. I've been to RuYi, RuYi, it's hard to say, Modern Chinese.
The birthday boy yesterday went, so happy birthday, went to the Flower Drum. Your quick report?
It was full and it was as good as it's ever been.
Righto, which is the same description a mate gave of you.
If you want something on a little bit of a better budget, that is still very good Chinese, you can go to RuYi. So this is in Liverpool.
RuYi.
Yes, Liverpool Street, so top of the city between Little Bourke and Bourke. You know, it's not your typical Chinese joint. Interestingly, I walked in and went, "Oh, look at the Scandinavian design." And then when you speak to the manager, Sheng, he says, "No, it's not at all. We did a lot of research when we put this place together, the designers, and it's this gorgeous, you know, the light woods, the sages, all this kind of thing."
It's not far out of Chinatown.
No, not at all. But so this design that looks Scandinavian is based on the Song dynasty, where he tells me you didn't need gold dragons, green bamboo and red lanterns to prove you were wealthy. You know, they had beautiful furniture. So it's a really different feel. And that,
looking at his opening words on his menu, it's very much about heritage.
Very much about heritage, but they are trying to put their own slant on it. So they're going for, I guess, a little bit more of a sort of cleaner, healthier feel to their Chinese food, which you do kind of notice as you go along. And sometimes you eat it and you don't know that they've done a bit of a spin on it that makes it healthier. So things like, one of my favourite dishes was the light chili green beans, which when you got them looked like, oh gee, they've got gorgeous minced Greenvale pork and it looks like fried garlic and the beans look fried themselves. It's all done in the oven, which I couldn't believe. I was feeling a bit guilty eating them. It was so glorious, but did feel like it might not be good for me.
I'm getting RSI burns, so putting ticks next to dishes here.
You can order everything.
Yeah, I know.
Take us through some of them.
And I'm going to tell you, I had dumplings. But I had dumplings and I had the Xiaolongbao, which are the ones that are supposed to have the little bit of soup around them within the wrapper.
I don't understand that. Well, why would you have dumplings when you can have tingling prawn or crispy chicken with honey wasabi sauce?
Well, I did some of that stuff too, but these dumplings were great. Not always when you eat them you can taste that soup, and these ones just popped, and it was a gorgeous, tasty stock that came out of those, so I really liked those. Beer food, baby. There was some Szechuan eggplant fries.
Yeah,
so these ones have been battered, but it's a flourless batter, so they try to keep them really crispy. The RuYi's signature chili sauce, which they put on them there, so they're a bit sticky, they're a bit sweet. They're really fun. Scorchy had a beer with those and said they went great. And for pure theatre alone, you've got to have the flaming king prawn, and if for no other reason as well, because the description of it is king prawn swim in fire.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it comes out and you've literally got this little tray with, I don't know what substance is underneath that causes those flames to keep going, but great skewered, charred, scorchy kind of prawns sitting there. You know, they taste like prawns and they were lovely, but I liked it just to have a look at.
Burnzo and I could do a bit of reminiscing with the Xiaolongbao chicken.
Yes.
Which I ate.
Yeah, and was nice?
Yeah, it was nice.
Hard to beat Xiaolongbao chicken, don't you reckon?
That's a Szechuan staple, so it usually is quite spicy. They have pulled that back a bit. It was very sweet, which I wasn't expecting, but for them, they say that's what we're going for. So if you like your spicy, kind of dainty Szechuan Xiaolongbao chicken, you might not get that. Still lovely meat.
Mind you, the caramelised pork spare ribs.
Oh, yeah.
My eye.
And I wanted those, Burnzo, and they said, you know what, they're going to be better at dinner time. You've got to give them some time, and we're not going to bring those out to you now because they've got some cooking still to do, which was great.
Well, you should have stayed there till dinner.
Well, I can go back, Burnzo. Did you get a copy of the wine list there, Burnzo?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that impressive for a Chinese restaurant?
I'll say it is. And,
so plenty of international options.
Yeah.
Well, how much foreign wine is there on menus these days? Increasing amounts.
Huge. And from all areas as well. And not the ones that used to, I guess, feel like maybe they were there because they were good, cheap international options. You had the New World wines like the South American ones, but now you'll get plenty of Italian wines, French ones there. And that's something too.
Italian wine is the real comer, isn't it?
You're in love with them at the moment, aren't you?
I am.
The reds especially, I think. So, look, everything great at RuYi. What I really liked too, great service. You know, it's one of those places where they'll change your plates in between us. So when you're having these shared dishes, you don't have the same messy plate there the whole time. My water was topped up at all times. Please forgive me. It had been a big week and I ordered a herbal tea. Things like that, grabbed it and went, oh, that's empty. We're going to refill that. You know, I didn't have to ask for that. That's just kind of nice. So it's beautiful environments. The food's really great and they take a lot of pride in what they do.
Wok fried broccoli with garlic.
Cummin pork ribs.
Yum.
Wagyu beef.
Yum. Peking duck cone.
Oh, duck braised in master stock.
Burnzo, I think you would really like this joint. I know you like your Chinese. You go quite a bit, don't you?
Yes.
This would be worth you trying. I would love to see what you think.
Well, this is just around the corner from Bamboo House, so it's up the Spring Street end of Little Bourke Street. And I did walk past it, I must say, the day before yesterday. It's in a brand new building.
Yeah. So you could almost miss it.
Stay with us. That is RuYi, R-U-Y-I. It is 24 after 8 on 3AW.